Greetings, everyone, and welcome to part 7 of the NASCAR 98 season. Gonna keep things rolling here at the Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania for the Pennsylvania 500. Let me go ahead and get that qualifying lap in and see if I'm able to do anything halfway decent. I mean, in the practice run, when I was doing an off-screen practice session, this track turned out to be a little bit more than I could chew earlier. So getting right back to it and seeing if the results are similar. Hopefully I can put up a fairly decent qualifying lap though. But yeah, Pocono is one of those tracks I've always felt like it doesn't put on very good racing, but if I went in person someday, I feel like it would be a pretty good time. Because I haven't been to Pennsylvania yet at the time of recording this, and I mean, it's just right next door, so I'm surprised even myself that I haven't been over there yet. There's a few destination spots I'd like to see eventually, like the Liberty Bell, Scranton from The Office, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Maybe Philadelphia, maybe there's something to do out there. And then of course they have the Steelers. Ooh, they got the Steelers, but they also got Hershey Park. That'd be fun, I bet. I hope this qualifying lap's fun. I mean, it is kind of fun, but I'm hoping I get a fun result out of this. Let's see what happens. Survey says that I am... Ooh, top 10. Okay, I'll take a 10th place starting spot. I can work with that. But yeah, I feel like Pocono's racing is mid, but if I went in person, it'd probably be a lot more fun to see. I kind of feel the same way about my first NASCAR race. Back in 2018 when I went to the Kentucky Speedway, I feel like it's one of those times that I felt like if I would have seen this on TV, I just would have thought, yeah, another snoozer, another boring Truex win, but going in person was pretty neat, and it was kind of significant being my first NASCAR race, and it turned out to be the last time Furniture Row Racing would ever get a win as a NASCAR team, and it was the first time I ever went to Kentucky on my own. It was, it turned out to be a pretty good experience overall, but it's definitely one of those things where if I would have seen this on TV, I probably just would have tuned out. Pocono is one of those tracks I typically tune out a little bit when I watch, and if I went in person, it would probably be a lot more fun for sure. But yeah, so far it's so good. I haven't broke loose and gotten the grass yet, and that's kind of been my big enemy in this track. That's I tend to zoomy it too much into the corners, and I get the grass and I spin out. But as long as I can hang on to the car, hopefully I can manage to do that. I led a lap, I'm content with that. Maybe I can make it out of here alright. Yeah, it's all looking so far so good. There's a Jarrett. I'm gonna bonk the wall, of course. Maybe I can get back around him. This could be a battle for the win. This could be a dub battle. I'm making up some ground on him here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Just gotta stay out of the other car there and stay out of the wall, stay out of the grass. There's boundaries on the racetrack. And yeah, I got another lap led. You also get 5 bonus points if you lead the most laps, and I don't think I've managed to do that yet in a race. Though maybe that happened at Texas, I don't remember. I'm just recording the stuff as I go. Sometimes I forget stuff, especially when there's gaps in between recording sessions. It's just a matter of when I can make the time to record, and it seems like I've found a sweet spot where if I'm lucky, I can record some stuff over here on the channel maybe once a week. Just depends on when I'm not working on my property, because there's just so much left to do. I'm a very busy man, folks. I'm trying to keep this channel alive because I do care about making videos for y'all. I know there's a few people out there watching this stuff, and it's like, I want to try to make something out of this channel for sure. Even if it just fizzles out one day, I will still look back on it and be like, yo, I was a YouTuber. I made videos. And that's something I'd always kind of wanted to do whenever I started my channel. And even before that. But yeah, it looks like this is all going pretty decent so far. I'm pleasantly surprised considering most of my Pocono runs are kind of mid. But it's just a matter of getting through the corners and battling with the competition. Always gotta deal with the competition. They may get around me this time, I don't know. Yeah, there they go. I called it. But maybe I can get back around. Man, all these cars are just so neat to see and iconic and classic. Like the Kodak 4. I don't even know if Kodak's still around anymore. They used to make film and cameras and all kinds of cool stuff. And that 4 car was iconic. It was on track for more than a decade, and and I ran right into it. But hey, it looks like I'll be able to get back around for the lead. That's good stuff. That's good. That's what we want here, folks. Maybe I can get another win after all. It's been a little bit of a winless drought so far this season. I think, yeah, I've only picked up 2 wins so far, really. Texas and Bristol, which kind of interesting. Those were back-to-back wins. But other than that, it's been kind of a bit of a slump. It's been an inconsistent season for sure. I just haven't been able to win very many races, and the road courses just throw me off so much in this game. But it's still fun to try. It's still fun to try. Halfway through, see if I can bring it home. But I've certainly got a couple of cars behind me. I'd see what that mirror's got going on. Yeah, I might actually do a little bit of mirror driving. I don't know. Oh, 3 wide in the corner. That's not gonna work for very long. Oh, there I go. But if anything, I might at least be able to lead the most laps today. That'd be pretty cool. Oh man, look at that behind me. I've got a mess of cars. There's just so much going on behind me. Everybody's just running over each other to get to the lead at this point. It's kind of like how modern day NASCAR is sometimes. You got so many passes for the lead and the win, and there's been some pretty epic stuff happen this year. A lot of near ties. But a lot of really close results, including the closest finish of all time. That was pretty cool, and it was like 3 wide at Atlanta, and it's pretty neat seeing stuff like that for sure. I will say this fancy next-gen car that they race nowadays, it looks ugly as hell with those weird-looking, goofy forward numbers, but it sure does race good sometimes. It doesn't always race good on the short tracks, but it certainly does good on a lot of the other stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've led the most laps at this point. NASCAR Racing Series. Yeah, because they're not going to put a cigarette sponsor in a video game that's meant to probably more so market NASCAR games toward kids with these games. Because the kids play the video games, the beeps and the boops and the zoomies into the corner here. Oh man, I've really lost it there. Oh. But hey, I'm still up. Nope, lost the lead. Jeff Gordon got around me. Let's see here. The classic Earnhardt versus Gordon. Let's see if I can get back around him, though. He's starting to get away a little bit. But I mean, to be fair, I've been battling a lot of these cars off for quite a few laps. Eventually, somebody was going to get around. But with 2 to go, I'll see if I can maybe get back around him. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. Oh yeah, I made up a lot of ground there. I'm back in the lead. That is good stuff. It feels good to be back. And see if I can bring it home with 2 to go. Well, more like a lap and a half. But I always did like the design of Pocono, how it looks like a triangle. I just wish that it put on some better racing. But every now and again, something really crazy will happen at Pocono. Like that Elliott Sadler crash that they supposedly don't have any footage of. But yeah, like, ooh, no, oh no. Hey, at least I was able to save the car there. I did not expect to save the car there.
1 more lap to go.
And with 1 to go, I don't know if I can get back to the lead. I'm certainly going to give it my best go, though. I think that was Mark Martin that got around me in the 6 car there. I'm certainly going to try. I mean, I still see the car on the track. I'm making up a little bit of ground. I just don't know if I'm going to have enough time now. It's all about that corner speed. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Hey, much to my surprise, I am back in the lead, folks. This is good. This is... See if I can bring it home. I'm coming around the 3rd and final corner. Ooh. I think I'm gonna be alright. I think... Oh no, that had to be really close. That was close. Who got it? Who got it? Did I get it? Yeah, I did. That was awesome. I did not think that was gonna happen. That's some good stuff right there, if I do say so myself. And hey, that's my 3rd win of the season. Alright. I'm back up to 6th in points. And I'll go ahead and do this next race, this Watkins Glen road course. It's another one of those real tracks that they go to. It's in New York. It's pretty neat. I like it. I like road courses, though. Even if I can't always race them that well. I went ahead and said screw it with qualifying, since my track record for qualifying has been pretty bad on these road courses. And I'll just get right to the business with 4 laps here at Watkins Glen. I'm able to make a pass before the race even starts. That's good stuff. There are, of course, penalties in some of the newer NASCAR games, I do believe, like if you try to pick up too many spots and go below the racing surface, which rightfully so. I'm sure even in real life NASCAR frowns upon corner cutting. But some games you can get away with it. And if I can get away with it... Let's see here. Yeah, this is looking alright so far. Ooh. Aw, man, I sustained a lot of damage there. That's a lot of damage. But this is going about as well as I expected it to. So bringing it back to how the season has been quite inconsistent. Ooh, wait. Okay. It's not going so good. But hey, let's see here. I've only got a couple more laps to deal with this. But yeah, the Watkins Glen, I always liked its weird looking shape. I always liked the fancy blue guardrails. And sometimes it puts on some decent racing, but it's one I would question whether or not I would go to in person. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, but I'm not sure, honestly. Ooh, I was hoping maybe I could get into the grass a little bit there and make up some ground, but no. But yeah, these early games, Watkins Glen's just not my cup of tea, really. I do race pretty good at it on some racing games, though. Hey, I did get a little bit of ground made up there. And even if this turns out to not be one of my better races, which is looking like, I'm likely to not finish last. Looks like we've got enough ground between 23rd and 24th. And that'll be some good stuff if I can at least make it out of here, considering I didn't even qualify at all. There's not too many tracks left in this season. I might take a look at that after I finish this up. Hey, I am making a little bit of ground, though. I'm able to get caught back up to 21st, maybe? Can I get around him? I mean, I see him off in the distance there. He's just kind of doing his thing over there in 21st place. Coming up on the white flag. Can I finish this race out without it being too big of a problem? Hey, Brian, are you finished with that novel yet? You still working on that novel? Anyway, yeah, 1 to go, sponsored by the bank. I at least got around 21st, which is more than I expected to do. And yeah, I'm probably going to fall back to 7th in points, but that's kind of just how it's been this season. I don't know if I got anything for the 5th place, but you know what? Top 10 points will be pretty good, honestly. I mean, it's no championship, but yeah, let's see if I can maybe make a couple more passes. I'm gaining some ground here. I might be able to get around a couple more cars if I can just get around these corners a little bit smoother. That didn't go over too well, but maybe I can get back to those cars if I'm lucky. They are in my sights, and it looks like I will be able to make some passes here. Excellent, excellent stuff. It looks like old RCA car there. I love that paint scheme. I like a lot of the paint schemes in this game. They're just so iconic to me. But yeah, a little bit of action there toward the end of this race. And I'm not gonna finish last, even though I qualified last. But I didn't qualify, so I don't think qualifying would have helped it. But yeah, it's back to 7th. Looks like the battle's pretty much going to be for 6th. But yeah, Cedar Woods, that's another one of them fantasy courses. I'll do that in the next part. But yeah, let me see how many races are left. But yeah, I've had a couple of wins. 3 wins so far. That's some good stuff. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 races left. Looks like this playthrough will be over before you know it, folks. But I hope you'll stay tuned for part 8, and I'll save the season and see you then.